Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. Manchester United could announce Raphael Varane as their next transfer very soon, as Solskjaer drops a transfer hint. Solskjaer dodged the Raphael Varane question after our 2-1 win against Derby. Now it says Man United are unwilling to pay £50 million for Varane. It says Man United this week will submit an opening offer to Real Madrid for Varane. The bid could fall between £35 million to £45 million. Varane has agreed personal terms with Manchester United, and he's set to sign a contract until 2026, so that is a 5-year deal. David Alonso said that Raphael Varane to Man United is imminent, and the deal will be closed in the next few days for about €50 million. Fabrizio Romano said that Man United are preparing a bid, and he says Man United have a 5-year contract ready. Varane wants to be able to finish his holiday and then change clubs. We do want a third significant signing after the Varane transfer. The other week it said that Varane had given his word to Man United that he wants to join. Narratives have been coming out saying that Chelsea are looking to hijack our move. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. Real Madrid offered Varane a renewal contract offer, but he rejected it. A swap deal has been discussed. It did mention that Man United were willing to offer Pogba or Donny van de Beek as part of the Varane deal. It did mention that Real Madrid wanted Van de Beek on loan as part of the Varane deal. Raphael Varane and his family were allegedly house hunting in Manchester, so that fueled speculation. We received a massive boost in our pursuit of Varane, because Real Madrid's wages are forced to be slashed by 150 million. And Sky Sports mentioned not so long ago that we'd been given permission to approach Varane over the personal terms. He says Varane's move to Man United could have been delayed because it said Varane would be happy to wait another year for a switch to Man United. But what a signing he would be if he comes in. You know, Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. You know, he's been long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's been with them over 10 years. He's made 360 appearances in all competitions. And he's won a lot of trophies at Real Madrid, so reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree as a player. Neil Custis from The Sun said the other day that Man United will announce a double deal for Raphael Varane and Kieran Trippier, and he said the announcement is expected by the end of next week. So he said Varane for for 50 million and Kieran Trippier for 18 million. The Spanish outlet AS have said though Atletico Madrid won't sell Kieran Trippier to Manchester United. The Sun did say, didn't they, that Man United were close to signing Kieran Trippier for £18 million, but Atletico Madrid value him at around £26 million. Kieran Trippier has been in talks over buying Raheem Sterling's £3 million mansion. We've already had 2 offers rejected for Kieran Trippier. We went in for him in the January transfer window, but we cooled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. But it'd be beneficial if we got him in, because I think we need a right back. We need to get someone in to provide competition for Wan-Bissaka, because he's the only recognised senior right back at Man United at the moment. And plus he's proven in the Premier League. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for Trippier from Tottenham back in 2019. His current contract at Atletico Madrid expires next year. He won his first La Liga with Atletico last season. I think he's 30 years of age. Fabrizio Romano's come out and said that Jadon Sancho will be announced soon by Manchester United. Solskjaer confirms we need to sort out some paperwork. So Solskjaer says we will announce the signing of Jadon Sancho once we finalise some paperwork. I think an announcement is expected at the start of next week. Not so long ago, Sancho completed his medical with Man United. Man United agreed a fee of 73 million with Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. Sancho agreed a 5-year contract, sees an option of a further year. Sancho, I think, is going to be wearing that number 7 shirt. Man United obviously want Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes, so he's been another player on our agenda. So far we have made 2 signings in this summer transfer window. Obviously we brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Aston Villa. He did very, very well in his debut today against Derby, made 2 or 3 excellent saves. And obviously we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. I'm expecting Man United to enjoy a very good summer transfer window, because I am convinced that Solskjaer's going to get all the players he wants to recommend in. And it's about time Solskjaer got the backing he deserves, because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. But our board did say, didn't they, that they would back Solskjaer with summer signings and a new 3-year contract. Joe Glazer attended a fans forum on the 4th of June, which was last month, and he said Solskjaer would get financial backing. It was Joe Glazer's first attendance in 15-16 years. And before the summer transfer window opened, Solskjaer had been given a 150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. A lot of good players though at Manchester United, and these players that have really improved. So obviously there's a lot of players that are going to stay at Man United, and I reckon there's quite a few players that have got long-term futures at the club. Dean Henderson, he's a good goalkeeper. He did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. And Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him. He enjoyed 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, Dean Henderson signed a 6-year contract with the club, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to Man United. Not so long ago, it said Solskjaer chosen Dean Henderson to be our number 1 next season. He'll stay at Man United. David De Gea, now, I think he's a good goalkeeper still, despite him making quite a lot of mistakes in the last couple of years. Now, I think there's a good chance De Gea will stay at Man United for next season. It's possible he will leave. Reese said De Gea is determined to fight for his future. And he said he's convinced he'll stay at Man United and be Solskjaer's number 1 next season. Now, stories came out the other week saying that De Gea could be loaned out by Man United next season to make room in the goalkeeping department, because De Gea's future is in doubt following the arrival of Tom Heaton. I think De Gea is set for talks with Solskjaer over his future, because obviously the Euros are now over. ESPN said that De Gea is unsure on Solskjaer's final decision. De Gea's been long-serving. He's enjoyed 10 years at the club. He has been with us since the Ferguson era, but if we was to sell him in this summer transfer window, I reckon we'd get from between 40 to 50 million pounds. Luke Shaw, he's a very good player. I thought he enjoyed a very good tournament with England. Obviously scored the first goal in the final against Italy. Luke Shaw was our best player last season. In fact, he was the best left back in the Premier League. Luke Shaw still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Alex Telles. And I think he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. He's been with us now over 7 years, and Fabrizio Romano did say that we are in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. And Shaw's obviously going to stay with us. Harry Maguire, I think he is a decent centre-half. I thought he enjoyed a good tournament with England. He was a big miss for us though towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. Maguire, we overpaid for him. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment because we got him in a deal worth 80 million. He's the second most expensive signing at the club. Maguire will obviously stay. Eric Bailly, he's a decent centre-half. Obviously my element of concern about Eric Bailly, he's too injury prone, so in that aspect he is a liability. We know that he's staying because towards the end of last season Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. It probably was a mistake giving him that new contract. Bailly's been with us over 5 years. We got him for 30 million from Villarreal back in 2016. Lindelof, he's going to be staying with us, I think, for next season, but I can assure he's not a long-term player for Man United. Got my strong reservations about him. Analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he's been inconsistent. He's had some good games though. We got Lindelof for 30 million, or should I say 31 million from Benfica back in 2017. And Wan-Bissaka, good right back, defensively has always been superb, but he's got to show more attacking intent. That's what's letting him down at the moment. Like in today's game in the friendly against Derby, didn't get forward well, but defensively he was good. He's one of the best right backs we've had though since Gary Neville. Bissaka has enjoyed 2 full seasons at Man United. We got him for 50 million from Palace in the summer of 2019. He'll obviously stay at Man United. Scott McTominay, decent player. Maybe there's certain aspects of his game that I've got to improve. He's not yet on that level where I want him to be at. McTominay will stay with us. He needs more time. He's been part of the club for a long time as it stands. Just after the first lockdown last year, McTominay signed a 5-year contract with Man United. So reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Nemanja Matic, he can have his good games, but analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he's been inconsistent. Matic, I think, is staying with us, by the way, for next season. That's what recent reports said anyway. Matic has been with us over 4 years. We got him for £40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Fred, you know, he can be good when he wants to be, but I've got my reservations about him. And he will stay with us. We certainly overpaid for him. We got him for 52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. Paul Pogba, you know, he's really improved. Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. He does bring creativity to the team. At one point last season though, Pogba was out with a thigh injury for a while. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to be staying with us or, you know, leaving us. You know, will Pogba sign a new contract at Man United? You know, Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic did say that Pogba's not expected to sign a new contract at Man United before the new season gets underway next month. And it did say, didn't it, that Pogba would decide on his future this week. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, he's a very good player. He's our best player and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired, because analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he has been very consistent. But there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace because we have overplayed Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes has been with us now for a good 19 months, is it? He won Player of the Year last season and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times because of his good performances. And obviously Fernandes will be staying at Man United. Fabrizio Romano did say not so long ago that Man United are looking at a new contract for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes' current contract expires in 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Towards the end of last season, it says we was looking to double Bruno Fernandes' wages to £200,000 a week. Mason Greenwood's obviously very good. He's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad, despite him going a long period without scoring. Greenwood made his senior debut in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and last season he signed a new 4-year contract. Greenwood played in the game today against Derby. Didn't really get enough service. I think he was playing centrally. And Greenwood's going to be staying with us. Marcus Rashford, he's a good player when he wants to be, but there's certainly aspects of his game that I've got to improve. Rashford's obviously going to be staying with us. Rashford is set to be out until the end of October because he decided to undergo surgery on his shoulder. We need to keep Marcus Rashford out on that left-hand side because that's where he seems to be more effective. And he's become injury prone as Rashford, and he's endured his bad periods at Man United. Edinson Cavani, You know, he's very, very good. He's made a fantastic impact since he's come in. Obviously, Cavani is staying at Man United for next season, because towards the end of last season, Fabrizio Romano did say that Cavani agreed a 1-year contract. So there you go. The players that could leave Man United in this summer transfer window, though, like I said, is De Gea. Alex Telles has been subjected to transfer speculation. You know, it says today that Inter Milan want him on loan. Sky in Italy said that Roma have been in talks to sign Alex Telles. He's only enjoyed one season at Man United. When we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately, but didn't happen. We got Telles for 15.4 million from Porto. Telles is under contract with us until 2024. He's only made 9 appearances in the Premier League. Williams, I'm expecting him to go out on loan to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities. You know, Williams seldom plays for us. He's our third choice left back. Expect us to offload Jones. We have agreed to let Axel Tuanzebe go out on loan. Is it to Aston Villa? Diego Dalot, I think he's leaving. You know, he was out on loan with AC Milan. Andres Pereira, we're looking to get rid of him. You know, he was out on loan with Lazio. You know, Pogba could be leaving, like I said. There's a good chance we're going to offload Donny van der Beek. I initially thought we was going to be offloading Anthony Martial, but recent reports did say now that Anthony Martial is staying. And a while ago, I heard rumours of Daniel James possibly leaving the club. Yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.